Hey guys, welcome back to the Hustlin Horsepower YouTube channel, guys. I appreciate everyone that likes and subscribes and shares the videos. Anything, all that stuff helps really with the YouTube algorithm, I guess, to spread the word and everything of what's going on. So guys, I've been, in this video we do a little bit of shop work, and then I go on a little bit of a road trip, okay? And I finally get the last piece of the puzzle that I need for the new build. I've been looking for parts for this new build since we lost the homegrown Hustler back in November, the week before Thanksgiving. And they're getting hard to come by, and you kind of got to spend a lot more to get it than you used to. And honestly, I didn't come across a whole lot of them. I came across one up in Connecticut, or no, it wasn't Connecticut, like Vermont or something like that, way up maybe Maine. Found a couple out in the Midwest, but fortunately enough, the Herring family, they do a lot of mud racing. They do some drag racing and stuff like that. They're about 4.5 hours. It was about 9.5 hours of total driving. They reached out to me and they said, hey, we got 2 of these, and they were going to be for our personal builds, but we're willing to sell them to you. So I went and got the last piece of the puzzle. So guys, like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be going through the whole small tire no prep build. We'll be doing some front side stuff, some backside stuff with the car. Maybe try to go do something like drag week in it, or a Rocky Mountain race week with it. That'd be pretty freaking cool. I like that stuff. Sick week, that'd be a pretty cool deal to bring this thing on. So this is going to be a pretty bad daddy-o. It's going to be, ideally, it's the best car I've ever built, right? There's always supposed to be an evolution. So there's going to be a lot of things that I'm incorporating into this car that go with a lot of different aspects of motorsports. So I'm going to be talking about all that stuff throughout the build process and everything like that. And hey, if you're interested, guys, I appreciate it. It should be a pretty cool deal. Now, I can't get too in-depth about certain things, because hey, we still gotta have our any little advantage that we can get. But I will talk about a lot of things that we're incorporating into this car, guys. So hey, watch the movie, channel, whatever the hell it is. And I guess the producer of Hustlin Horsepower kind of sucks, but hey, whatever, it's real. And it's gonna be a hell of a journey, guys. Sometimes you get good days, sometimes you got bad days, but hey, it is what it is. Wake up and bust ass and hope for the best. So keep on hustling, guys. Stay tuned, and we'll get a couple videos out. Hopefully, I'm gonna aim for like 3 to 5 videos a week, because there's gonna be a lot of work done in the next couple months here. So keep on hustling. Hey guys, right now I'm getting ready to do some steering stuff. So the steering arms, I know, need to have these little extensions on them for the to get their tie rods on the right angle. Now, I do the steering rack directly mounted to the axle so that there's no toe change, okay? And I build a slip shaft and all that, but I'll be reusing the slip shaft that's on Altered Intentions right now. But I'm going through here, and this is store-bought stuff. I'll eventually go through and I'll make this out of aluminum or something like that. That's a little more lightweight, but for the cost and ease of doing it, I'm using steel right now. These things are pretty heavy, but it doesn't really kill me, because I usually add a little bit of weight to the drop axle anyways. So these are some bushings, tapered bushings, and then these are just regular 28 to 48 Ford steering arms. They're steel, but as you can see, I did clean them up. So I cleaned them up because you can see they metal braked them, right? 90-degree edge. 90-degree edges are no good. So I'm going to get some filler rod. I'm going to weld up that and put a nice little fillet in there. And you'll see it when I get done. And then on this one, I already set it up. So I got actually a 5/8 bolt in here. And the bottom, I use a 1/2-inch bolt for the heim joints for my steering. But I have a 5/8 bolt right in here right now, because it is a 5/8 hole, right? It just helps make that centered. I don't have the right tubing right now. I'll be using some 5/8 050 8-wall tubing to sleeve these if I had it right now, but I don't. I'll have to go buy some. I use 050 8-wall because 058 times 2, that's the thickness, right? The thickness times 2 is like 125, right? So 5/8 is 0.625 minus 1.125 is 0.5, okay?
that's the size of a 1/2-inch bolt, right? So that would make everything tight, and it keeps this centered in there. So when I go to do that, I'm gonna weld these up real quick, and then I'll get back to you, and it'll be a little bit easier for you to see it. But when I do that, the 1/2-inch will end here, but it'll actually stick up through here. So I weld it along the base here and grind it down, and then whatever you have is the penetration left, and then it just helps center it. So I'm gonna weld these up, and I'll explain that in another minute or two. So guys, now that you can see that there is no longer a 90-degree edge here, right? That makes it so it's not a fail point. There's not gonna be a crack there, okay? If you have a 90-degree edge, it's just a stress point. So putting that weld in there isn't to weld it together, it's just to relieve a potential stress crack there. That fillet there really distributes the tension there. And then you can see how I welded these suckers in there, right? Still, it's still hot, so it's a little ugly looking from the just the dust or whatever, the fumes. But you can see in here it's fully welded, but I'll slip that piece of 058 tubing in there, and then my that 058 tubing will reduce this from a 5/8 hole to a 1/2-inch hole for a 1/2-inch bolt. And then the just like any other bump steer kit, I'll have a little bushing here, and then the heim joint attaches it to it. So the steering arms are done, and then I'll go and I'll measure once it's set up in the car. I'll mark, and we'll heat these up, and we'll put a little bit of a radius in them so that it clears the frame rails and stuff like that. But right now, that should be good. We use the Flaming River rack and pinion. It'll probably be coming off the axle that's in the in altered intentions right now, and I'll probably order up another one of those, but just so we have a spare. Not that we really need it or nothing like that, but we'll basically have 2 sets of steering arms and 2 complete axles just in case anything does happen. But for right now, that's welded. The welds aren't the prettiest, but they're plenty good. So it is what it is. Like I said, 058 wall, because 58 times 2 is basically 125, and then is basically 125, and 625 minus 125 is right around 500. So that's where you get your 1/2-inch bolt. Of course, there's gonna be a couple thousand slack in there, yeah, but that's because you can have a perfect fit. So guys, here we are, starting to pick up the new project, I guess you could say. So let's go check this out.
Oh, that is tight. You are good. I spoke too soon. I hope you're feeling strong, because I ain't. So guys, I always said if I could pay myself $5 an hour doing this stuff, we'd be okay. But right now I'm gonna pay myself about $30 an hour because by hand pumping the fuel out of here, because my little 12-volt pump that is on a little auxiliary switch is no longer working, and my spare battery that I keep in the back of the truck is dead. So I'm hand pumping this stuff. Luckily, I got my spare drum pump here, and I'm literally sitting here pumping fuel into the gas tank. I'll save myself 30 bucks. That's real life stuff. Paid $250 to fill up the truck and enough fuel in the auxiliary tank to go pick up this that guy today. So yep, that's real life stuff. Freaking brutal. All right, guys. Now that I got myself some free dinner, essentially, because I just saved myself like $15, right, by hand pumping fuel for 5 minutes. Hey, that's pretty good money, right? That's like saved myself $15, and it only took me 15 minutes. That's like making 60 bucks an hour, in my opinion. And I'll go replace that fuel when we get back here, where it's 65 cents a gallon cheaper, another 100 miles up. So now that I got a full tank again, 3/4 of a tank, save myself 15 bucks. That's like free dinner. That's me. That's Nick. 15 minutes, $15. That's way more than I make. Hey guys, welcome back to the Hustlin Horsepower YouTube channel, and we got the new project now. So yeah, so we got our 33 Dodge truck. All right, this thing is the that's the last piece that we had to go pick up. Now that we have that piece, I can start doing the main cage and stuff like that. Main hoop is one of the first bars to go into the car, so that'll be coming up through here. But first, we're gonna be using a race equip seat here. So yeah, we don't need the factory seat fan. Take out all this heavy stuff, all that heavy stuff. I love the 33s because I got the sunroof up here. Yes, this is about ride height. So you guys that are checking it out, you'll be able to see me driving in there. So that'll be a pretty cool deal. We're gonna take out the hinges and stuff out of here. Strip this thing down, take all the weight out of it as possible. Okay, get this thing fairly light. I love these little kicker windows on them. We're gonna be taking that out. It needs a little bit of love in here. It looks like someone already pit maneuvered this one. So yeah, I'm not gonna go there. So fortunately, this car's got a nice little flag holder here for when we win our first race. Boop, we're gonna toss a flag in there. I ain't cutting that off. We ain't worried about that weight. I'm gonna go through here and start taking some of this weight out of it. As you can see, factory floors are still in it. Actually, I think they're on your local playground right now, with wood turned into wood chips. But hey, that's all good. But there's a lot of heavy weight up underneath the cowl here that will be taken out. Some I took out of the homegrown Hustler, some I did not. But first bar is gonna be doing the roll cage. So before we do that, I'm gonna go through and strip this sucker down. It's got this big heavy steel window border in there. I think probably weighs like 2-3 pounds. We're gonna be stripping that out, and I'll make an aluminum one to hold the rear window in, or maybe we'll just leave the rear window open. But I'll probably put a piece of 16th tinted optic armor in there. I really wanted to make this car look something special. So we got a lot of the pieces, a lot of the rest of the body pieces for this thing, but the main cab was the last thing I was looking for. And thank you to Chris Herring and his son. Guys, I greatly appreciate it. I had to pay maybe not a pretty penny, not a real shiny one, but like I had some buffing on it, right? But they haven't made these things in 90 years, so it is what it is. But I am more than thankful. It was a lot of money for a cab, but I'm more than thankful to pay that price for it. I only had to drive ended up being 12 hours round trip, but only about 9 hours of driving to go get this body versus heading out to like Colorado or the Dakotas or something like that. And nowadays, the shipping companies are charging $3 to $5 a mile to ship something. Okay, and yeah, like when you bring into that expense into it, you can't afford to go out to Colorado to go pick one up, and you can't afford the shipping on it. So guys, this was going to be their personal project. Okay, so like it means a lot to me. And they had 2 of them, and they were for their own personal builds. So guys, I greatly appreciate you letting me buy this off of you, or offering to sell it to me. I didn't even know they had it until they sent me a message and were like, hey, I got 2 of these, I'll sell you the one in worse shape. I said, hey, that's fine with me. But those guys do some mud racing, and we had a pretty cool conversation. I wish I could have filmed it, but hey, those guys are pretty smart. And like I said in some of the other videos, motorsports are motorsports, right? It says 34, but 34 is not right. It's got the sunroof in there. But motorsports are motorsports, right? Whether it's like mud racing, no prep racing, boat racing, it's all racing. We're trying to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. And there's a lot of things that people do in that translate from sport to sport to sport, and to try to get it done, right? So guys, I'm gonna get to work here. I'm gonna charge up my phone because it died. It's about 8:30 in the morning right now. I slept in because my phone died, but I got back about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and so yeah, rip roaring, ready to go. Woo woo! And Race City Steel is here, dropping off some material for the build. Cool deal.
demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with these people that live, they know that we're calling them wrong. Got me like, oh, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with these people that live, they know that we're calling them wrong. It's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live life on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too ancient, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we